Welcome to Danimal's House, everyone. Today we're going to ride around in a 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat with the V8 engine in it and 10-speed transmission. And we're going to talk about gas mileage and a couple of tips that I've got for you to make sure you can maximize the type of mileage you're going to get on your machine. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about, and most of you guys probably know, okay, but you got driver modes here. And in the blue for the trucks, that's just normal drive mode. And then if I turn to the left, I've got tow haul mode. In tow haul mode, I'm going to have a much more aggressive situation where my gears are going to stay kind of in the lower gears and my RPMs are going to be high because I got more power in the higher RPM band for pulling and towing and stuff like that. And then I never see cylinder deactivation in tow haul mode either. And then you've got, after that, there's the economy mode. Economy mode is going to be kind of the opposite. Economy mode is going to really hold yourself in the low gears, and as you're accelerating, it's going to want to drop you into that next gear at like 1700, 1800, 1900 RPMs. Whereas if you were in like sport mode is the next one. If you go to sport mode, it's going to shift you into four-wheel drive. Obviously takes more power to do that. For this, I'm just going to roll back to two-wheel drive. And sport mode, it's going to hold you in the lower gear. And even if you're kind of at a glide where your foot's off the pedal, it's going to hold you in that gear. So as soon as you touch that pedal, you've got an instant response. So there's also no cylinder deactivation in the sport mode either. And then we come back over here, we've got normal, okay, there's slippery, deep snow, sand, mud, rut. I mean, quite honestly, I don't really know what any of that stuff does other than maybe like if it's rock climb, it goes to 4 low. So I don't have a lot of experience with those, but I can tell you all about the economy and normal and tow haul and sport. So let's take a look at a gentle acceleration here. So we talk about the modes, and that's important because it's important to understand how your vehicle is behaving in the different modes. And if you want that behavior because you're towing or because you just want to be in sport mode, then that's fine. But they definitely have an effect on your gas mileage. There is absolutely no question. I've had this truck for only like 4,400 miles, a couple months, and I can without question see more gas being burned when I'm either in the tow haul mode where I'm at higher RPMs. Having a V8 just really has a lot of power to generate energy. It also has a lot of power to burn fuel. And if you're aggressive with it, this thing just really guzzles gas. So if you don't really need those modes, the very first suggestion I have for you is stay out of them. Get in normal mode, get in economy mode. I mean, if you're not rushed and you're just doing regular everyday driving, and you're kind of just in like normal life mode, just stay out of those sporty and tow haul type modes. The other thing I'm going to suggest to you is consider where you buy your gasoline. I have noticed a difference in the gasoline stations. You go to one station, maybe your mileage is a certain way if you feel like you've got a good fair comparison to how that tank has been treated. But I've noticed that Quick Trip gasoline in our area, I've noticed that gives me like an extra 3/4 to 1 full mile per gallon on my averages. And I'm kind of like trying to consider everything involved there. And so I'm kind of loyal to them for that reason. For whatever reason, that gas works better for me. So I would consider your gas stations. And then the whole premium, a lot of times kind of topic comes up. Should you run premium? Should you run the 87 octane with the 10% ethanol? I have run the 87 octane with the 10% ethanol, and I lose about 2 miles per gallon. Now, so going with premium works better for me, but that's really not a value play, because when you're spending more money on the gas and then you're getting a little bit more per gallon, you're really not saving any money, because at 60 cents more a gallon, that 2 miles per gallon doesn't really save you anything. But what can really save you is the drive modes, but most importantly your foot. So let's just go through a little acceleration here, and you just got to be a believer, if you're not already, that how aggressive you are in stops. and how aggressive you are taking off has so much to do with what you're experiencing for mileage. So I've got it in economy mode right now, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a nice gentle acceleration here, and you can just take a look at the gears. I mean, it's dropping me into that next gear at 1400 RPM, 1300 RPM, and it's a little grandma as far as the acceleration, but it's, if you don't have you're not in a hurry, and you're just not in the situation where you need to be gunning it. I mean, I am in town right now, so I don't need to be going super fast, but I mean, I got a turn approaching here. I'm not going to be like accelerating through the turn. I'm just going to chill. I mean, it's up where that vehicle just turned up there, so I'm going to take it nice and easy. I'm going to let off the brake, and I'm just going to coast through this next turn, and just be nice with it. How aggressive you are in your accelerations, again, is a significant part of it. I was sitting at, if we look at the meter over here, 394 miles, and I was getting over 20 miles per gallon right up until I just shot the footage for the last video. The last video I just shot was for 0 to 60, and I also did one where I was showing an acceleration with cabin sound, and I gunned it like 3 times, and that's all it took to drop me down to 19 miles per gallon. So that's pretty much case in point. I would say if you're in, if you were paying attention there, I am in 9th gear already, and it won't be long, I'll be in 10th gear, and I'm sitting at, I never really climbed over 1500 RPMs. Now, if I turn and I go into sport mode, right away, it wants to shift me down. And I step on the gas just a little bit, right away, look at it, drop me down to 6th gear, and I'm up, and it's holding onto that gear. Look how my foot is off the pedal right now. My foot is off the pedal, and I'm in 6th gear, and then it dropped me all the way down to 3rd. And so it's really just being aggressive. And if you're going to do that, you're just absolutely going to kill your gas mileage. And if you consider the math, it's really just not worth it. Let's just talk about the math real quick. So simple math here. I mean, to me, if you're going to be aggressive, you're going to put it in sport mode, you're going to put it in tow haul, with this truck, you're probably going to get about 16 miles per gallon, 16, 17 miles per gallon. If you're going to go easy with the machine and you're going to be gentle, go in economy mode, go easy on your stops, there's actually like a little indicator when you're in economy mode. When you shut your vehicle off, it'll tell you what your behavior was, and if you're maximizing your deceleration and your acceleration, and also your speed is another factor, you're going to get better gas mileage when you're going 60 versus 75 on the freeway because of the wind resistance. And so if you call, if you drive nice, you're going to get 20 miles per gallon. I was on this 400 miles on this tank up until I started gunning it a couple times on that last video. I was over 20 miles per gallon. So I guarantee it can be done. So at 20 miles per gallon versus 16, that's a 20% difference. I got a 34 gallon tank. If it costs me $150 to fill up, 20% of that is $30. To me, that's real money. That's like, real savings for the behavior. So like I said, if you don't have to be nuts with it, just take it easy, and you'll be happier with how many miles you're going to get out of each tank. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you like it, please click for me. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next episode of Danimal's House.